Hello. So I'm gonna start a story. Are you ready to hear? Are you ready to hear? I'm going to read a story for you. Do like this if you want to hear. If you want to hear the story, do like this. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay. I'm gonna read a story of a woodcutter. I think you already very good. Okay. So I think you already heard this story. So I would like to read this story one more time for you. Okay. So I have written here the story, and now I'm going to read out for you all. Okay. I'm going to read, so everybody listen carefully. I'm going to read a story for you. And the name of the story is The Honest Woodcutter. Okay? The Honest Woodcutter. You know, woodcutter means what? A person who cuts the wood. Okay? Okay. Long ago, Long ago, there lived a woodcutter. Okay? Long ago, there lived a woodcutter. Woodcutter means a person who cut the wood in a small village. And that person, that woodcutter, he lived in a small village. He was sincere in his work. He was very, very sincere. Always he does his work in time. Okay, so he was sincere in his work and very honest. You know what is honest means? He never tell lies. He always speak the truth, and he is good with everyone. So he was very sincere, very honest. Every day he set out into the nearby forest. Okay, there was a forest nearby his house, and every day he used to go to the forest to cut the wood. Every day he set out into the forest, nearby forest, to cut trees. He brought the woods back into the village and sold them out to a merchant. And what he does, he goes to the forest, he cuts the wood, he makes a bundle of a wood, he brings that wood, and then he sells it and he gets money. And with that money, he used to buy food, he used to buy clothes. See, I'm going to show you this. This is a fruit. So he used to buy food with that money. Okay. He brought the woods back into the village and sold them out to a merchant and earned his money. He earned just about enough to make a living, but he was satisfied with his simple living. So he used to earn money, but he used to earn very simple, very he used to earn less money, okay, but still he was very happy. He was not earning money, huge amount of money. He was not earning huge amount of money. His earning was very less, but still he was very happy. Okay? And I'm gonna show you the picture of woodcutter. Can you see the picture of woodcutter? So this is the picture of woodcutter. He has axe here. This is his axe. He used to cut the wood with this axe. Okay? And I'm going to show you the village. You can you see the picture village? You can see here, this is a village. There is a small hut. There is a pond. There's a river. And coconut tree also you can see there. But boat is also there in the river. Okay. And he is, in this picture, you can see that he is going to the forest to cut the wood. He is going to the forest to cut the wood. Okay? Did you see the picture? All right. The next one is, you can see here, one day while cutting a tree near a river, you saw the river there, yes? So when he was cutting a tree, his axe slipped out of his hand. And when he was cutting the tree, suddenly what happened? His axe slipped from his hand and fell into the river. Slipped out of his hand and fell into the river. The river was so deep. The river was very deep. He couldn't even think to retreat it on his own. Yes, he only had one axe. He was a poor man, so he had only one axe with him, and that also fell into the river. Now you just think what happened to him. He was so sad. On his own, he only had one axe, which was gone into the river. He became very worried. Okay, he was so sad, he was worried. Now what to do? From where I will get another axe? I am poor, I don't have money to buy another one. So he was very worried, thinking how he will be able to earn his living now. He thought, now how I am going to cut the wood? How I am the woods in the market? And how I will get the money to feed my family, to feed my children. He was so worried. He was very sad and prayed to the God. And then we also, when we are sad, when we are in trouble, we pray to the God, yes? We pray to the God. So this woodcutter also, when the axe fell into the river, he was worried and he started praying to the God. He was very sad and prayed to the God. He prayed sincerely, so the goddess appeared in front of him. And then when he started praying, the goddess, suddenly he saw that the goddess is standing in front of him. The God is out from the river. He prayed sincerely, so the goddess appeared in front of him and asked, "What is the problem, my son?" And then goddess said to the woodcutter, "What is your problem? Why you are crying? Why you are sad?" Okay? In front of him and asked, "What is the problem, my son?" The woodcutter explained the problem and request the goddess to get his eggs back. Now what happened is, when he went to the forest, when he was cutting the branches of the tree, suddenly the axe fell into the water, and he was so worried that now how I can cut the trees, now how I can sell the wood in the market, and how I will get money to feed my children. And then he started to pray to the God, and suddenly the God appeared in front of him. And the God is asked, "What is your problem?" And then he said, he explained everything. Okay, and then now I'm going to show you the picture of, you can see the picture here. You can see the picture here. He's cutting the tree, and when he was cutting the tree, suddenly the axe fell out, slipped from his hand, and fell into the river. You can see here. Okay, and the woodcutter, in this picture, you can see the woodcutter is worried. Yes, he is sad. He is worried. And the other picture I'm going to show you that the goddess appeared in front of him. This is goddess. And she is asking what happened to you, why you are sad, and he said that my axe fell into the river. I want my axe back. Okay? All right. Now, the other one is, you can see here, the goddess put her hand deep into the water. And then the goddess put her hand deep into the water and took out a silver axe. And what the goddess did, she didn't bring his axe. She brought another one. She brought the silver axe. She took out the silver axe and asked, "Is this your axe?" And then the goddess asked, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter looked at his axe and said, "No." The woodcutter said no because he was honest. That's why he said no. The woodcutter said, "Take a look again." The goddess said, "Take a look again. This is a very valuable axe." And then the goddess said, "See this wood, see this axe nicely. This is very expensive one. Your one was not expensive, but this axe is expensive. This is made of silver. So if you will go to the market, if you will sell this, you will get lots of money. So you can take this." The goddess told to the woodcutter, but he said, "No, I just want my axe back. I don't want this silver axe because this is not mine. This is a very valuable axe. Are you sure this is not yours?" The goddess said, "Are you sure this is not your axe?" The woodcutter said, "No, I cannot cut this tree, I cannot cut with this axe." He said he cannot cut the tree with that silver axe. The goddess again went and put her hand into the water and took out golden egg, but the woodcutter refused to take golden eggs. Okay, now I'm going to tell you that when the goddess gave the silver egg, the refused. He said, "This is not mine. I want my eggs, and my eggs is not silver eggs." And then the goddess was just checking the woodcutter whether he is greedy person or he is good person. So the goddess said, "You can take this. This is made of silver, very valuable. You can take, if you will sell, you will get lots of money." But he refused. And then again, goddess went and the goddess went and she brought another axe, and that axe was made of gold. Again the woodcutter, when she gave that axe to the woodcutter again refused. He said, "No, this is not mine. My one was made of iron and this is made of gold. I'm not going to take this." He again refused because he was honest. Okay, so another one, I'm just going to read. The goddess smiled and finally put her hand into the water and took out his own eggs. And then goddess, she was very happy and she knew that this person is very honest. And again, she went back and she went that woodcutter's eggs, own eggs. The woodcutter said, "This is my eggs. Please give me my eggs." The goddess was very happy with his honesty. So she gave his iron eggs and also other 2 eggs as a reward for this honesty, for his honesty. So this much is the story. That what happened. I'm going to show you the picture. I'm going to show you the picture. You can see here. You can see the goddess is giving silver eggs to the woodcutter, but he refused to take. He wants his own. Okay? And again, the goddess brought the golden eggs. But still he refused because he was honest and he wants his own eggs. And this is made of gold. He refused again. And then, look, this picture. The God is giving his eggs back. Okay? Look here. He was honest. The goddess was happy with him. She is giving him 3 axes. The gold, the silver, and the iron one. He got the 3. As a reward, goddess gave him 3 axes. Okay? So this much. Do you like the story? Do you like the story? Yes or no? Do you like the story? Yes or no? If you like, do like this. If you like the story, do like this. Hello? सागर सर म्यूट नगर्नुस् न अब. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Like the story? No.
Hello.
Everybody.
Look.
Everybody is happy. It means that you guys really like the story.
Ma'am, are you listening to me? Well, Sabita ma'am, are you there?
Discussion time. I'm going to ask you guys some questions related to the story.
Yes,
Sabita ma'am, are you there? Do you like the story, everybody? No one is answering me. Answering me. Story, next time I'm going to bring you more interesting story. I'll bring more interesting.
What you understood?
I
उनीहरूले पनि त्यहाँ उसले फोटो निकाल्दै हेर्छ उनीहरूले
ल म एउटा रिक्वेस्ट गरौँ प्यारेन्ट्सको तर्फबाट
no sound.
हेलो
हजुर हजुर
यहाँहरूलाई आज स्टोरी अत्यन्तै राम्ररी प्रस्तुत गर्नु भएको छ तर यो स्क्रिन जस्तै हजुरहरूले चाहिँ त्यो स्लाइड बनाएर पावर पोइन्टमा स्लाइड बनाएर यहाँहरूले चाहिँ स्लाइडलाई सेयरिङ गर्नु भएको भने कति राम्रो हुनेछ जस्तै यो ग्यालरीको फोटोहरूलाई पनि सेयर गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ राम्रो छ म्याडम एकदम राम्रो छ नेक्स्ट टाइम चाहिँ हजुरले त्यो स्क्रिन सेयर गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ बाट सेयर गरेर यो सेयर गर्नु भयो भने क्लियर पनि देखिने भयो ए हजुरले क्लास गर्दा अझ बेटर हुन्छ कि जस्तो लाग्छ
हेलो
नेटले गर्दाखेरि त पनि क्लियर आइरहेको हुँदैन स्क्रिन पनि स्यामको साउन्ड पनि आइरहेको हुँदैन यो हामीले चाहिँ गर्दै गएपछि पछि चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो हुन्छ टाइम भएर अलिकति you are going to get, okay, I just want to tell you one thing. You are going to get, and you are going to get hands out, and you have to read that story again and again. And it also you have to do it. And we will send you
please check your this is a great class.
Please ask some questions to your children, Tabitha ma'am. Tabitha ma'am, please ask some questions to your children. Are you there, Tabitha ma'am? Tabitha ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Are you there? If you want to ask anything,
Can you hear me?
you can ask him.
Okay. Where does the woodcutter live? This question goes to you all. Where does the woodcutter live? Okay, the woodcutter lives in small village, right? Okay. What kind of man he was?
Officer ma'am,
Yes, sir.
let the students think of the answers later on. They will get the dream text. So just tell the answers, questions, and discuss the questions. Do not expect answers from the students right now. They will find out the answers in the given text later on. Now just discuss the questions. If you tell the answers yourself, then the students' work is finished. So let's read the questions and, if possible, summarize the story once again. But finding answers to the questions is students' cup of tea. It's not ours. Thank you.
Sure.
Dear students, you will find the answers yourself. You will be given the text in which you can again read the story that our Anita ma'am has just recited. You read the story again and listen to the story. You might get a recorded video of the story as well. Listen to the story once again, read the story once again. You might get some questions on the text and you will write the answers. And no matter, your answers could be wrong, your answers could be right, but you must practice. You must try to find answers in the text. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you the picture. Okay, Tabisha ma'am. Okay, fine.
ma'am.
You can ask.
Okay. Where does the
Yes,
woodcutter live?
sir. Go ahead.
Is where does the woodcutter live? And the next one is what kind of man he was? Was
Who's
he a
going to
brave
answer first? Who's going to answer first? Come on. What kind of man he was? He was foolish. He was honest. He was sincere. What kind of man he was?
well, they might have find the answers.
Come on,
Let's-
answer fast.
Anta ma'am, let's go towards other question. What does he do for living? What does the woodcutter do for living? Did you get the question?
Come on, children. Answer the question. You will get chocolate when the school will open. I'm going to give you chocolate if you will answer. Come on.
They are
You
muted.
Sir, mute खोल्दिए पनि हुन्थ्यो नि sir. We want the answer from the children. Who's going to answer?
Question.
The woodcutter do for
I didn't understand. Can you please repeat the question?
No, you said.
फेरि भन न
The woodcutter cut trees. The woodcutter cut trees.
very good.
This is the woodcutter cut branch to live.
Okay, let's
मेरोमा आउनु पर्यो नि त्यसो टिचरमा नआए पनि तिमीले भन्न पठाएको छ
here. Not her.
I didn't understand the story.
अनि कुन हो त भन्दा त्यो रुखवाला हो भन्छ है
क्वेशन पहिला भन भन्दै थियो
The woodcutter cut branch.
Hello ma'am.
The woodcutter cut branch to live.
Dear students, you can just note down the
कस्तो भन्छ sincerely like
Hello.
In a small village. Second answer. He woodcutter cut tree to live.
Okay, we will hear.
The woodcutter cut branch to live.
Whose voice is that? I cannot see your face.
Did the woodcutter accept the
Whose voice is that?
silver axe?
No.
Did the woodcutter accept the silver and gold axe?
No. The woodcutter didn't accept the silver and the golden axe. The golden axe.
What is? Okay, very good. What is the main idea? What is the moral story of this story? What is the moral of the story of Woodcutter?
We don't want to lie. We should be honest.
Okay, very good, very good.
We should not take another thing.
Yes, very Very good.
I would like to see the
Doesn't matter what is the situation. Has to be
moral
honest.
does the story give us? What is the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is we should not be honest. We should not be.
Very
The moral of the story is we should be honest.
Very good.
Okay, very good, very good. Are you guys honest like the woodcutter?
Yes.